In this video, I want to teach you the 5 things that made me more confident when talking to attractive people or people who I deemed as higher value than. I'm not even going to ask you if you've been in this situation because I know you have. We all have. You're on about, you're doing something you like, and in the corner of your eye, you see somebody looking at you. You catch their eye, they smile, you look away, they look away because they're nervous and you're nervous. And in that moment, instead of being a boss and just going up to that person and saying hi to them, you find yourself looking away, trying to steal glances, thinking about what you should say, what should you do next, looking for that other signal to say that this person is definitely interested in having a conversation with you. Either way, after that brief interaction, your mind starts asking you these questions. Do I look good? What does this person think of me? Do they actually want me to go talk to them? It thinks of all these questions and brings up all your past insecurities because it wants you to not act. This is not something you should be mad at your mind for. This is what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to take the path of least resistance. And what that means is that your mind is going to think of so many questions and ask you all these things, bringing up all your old insecurities because it wants you to not talk to this person, to not get out of your comfort shell, to stay the person that you are because it is afraid of change. On the other hand, your heart has already thought of every positive way that this conversation could have went. It thinks about, maybe your life together, how it would all be if you, just went up and said hi. But in this moment, your mind has already made a better case. It's already flooded you with better questions, scarier questions that really dug deep and made you feel like I shouldn't talk to this person. I shouldn't bother them. I'll look like a dipshit if I talk to them. And so in this moment, your mind makes a better case than your heart. And that's because you're a chicken. So you end up saying nothing. And later on that day, you go home right before you go on to bed, after you brush your teeth and you're all cozy, you think of the exact perfect thing that would have knocked that person out of the park. Would have had the best conversation, could have started a new life together, a new business partnership, could have been anything. But of course that ship has sailed. And now this keeps happening. This keeps happening because you have no positive reference. You don't know that you should have done it. And so because this keeps happening, you get frustrated. You continuously beat yourself down and your confidence gets lower and lower. So flash forward to now. I never want you to feel this way again. I never want you to feel regret. I never want you to feel fear when it comes to talking to someone because they're more attractive or because they have higher status than you. So here are the 5 key points that you must remember when you're talking to someone that you think is attractive. 1, everybody wants to be noticed. As soon as people leave the house, especially you'll notice like women or girls or anybody really that's dressed really cool, or they want to be noticed, that they're putting effort into their appearance, into the first impressions that they're putting on everyone they see in the world. And that's something you should be doing too. You should be embodying somebody that is confident, be proud of yourself and who you are and who you came from and where you came from. And so just by looking at someone and telling them, hello, or noticing their existence, you are doing them a big favor. You're doing them what they want. They want this human interaction. Even if it's not from you, they want to hear a compliment. Number 2, no one is better than you, no matter how good looking, no matter how cool, no matter how rich they are. No one is allowed to treat you any way that you do not want to be treated. You are a human. You deserve respect, no matter where you come from, no matter what your insecurities tell you, whether somebody's better or whatever power dynamic you create. Number 3, small talk is better than no talk. You want to know a go-to line when I see somebody that I want to talk to, or how cool they might be? I go up and I say, "Hi, my name is Jamal. It's nice to meet you. What's your name?" And that's it. Sometimes I like to lead with a compliment, even like nice shoes. They might not even have nice shoes, but I want to talk to them, so I want an in. And so that small talk brings you in. It puts your foot in the door and then it lets the conversation start. So the conversation starts naturally, and that's when you let your personality and their personality mingle and see whether you want to continue the conversation or not. Number 4 is my favorite, and it's that you need to stop worrying about whether this person is going to like you and start worrying if you're going to like this person. This person you've already pedestalized can do no wrong in your head because you've already had so many thoughts of this perfect person. They're so attractive. They do all these things. You don't know any of their mistakes. You don't know any of their baggage. When in reality, when you're having this conversation, you want to be present. You want to let your personality, let your fun side come out and talk to them. And that's when you know if you want to continue the conversation, and you get to decide. And sometimes you might find yourself saying, wow, I wish I didn't start this conversation because this person is dull or boring, or maybe we just don't match up, and that's totally fine. But you need to stop worrying about what this other person thinks of you before they even thought of you, before they even heard you talk. You could be just what they're looking for, and they might just be not what you're looking for. Number 5, you need to start the conversations. No ifs, ands, or buts. This is something that you must do. You must be accountable. If you want to start a conversation with someone, you must start the conversation. Don't expect any bullshit social dynamics, social principles for them, and expect people to come up and talk to you and ask you all about your day and make you feel all good. It's not like that. If you want something, you have to go get it. So take accountability, take charge, be confident, and show that you're here to have a conversation and to be confident. So let's play this out. You're at the coffee shop and you just order your coffee, you just got it, and across the way, you see somebody very attractive. They're already looking at you, and you look at them and you're like, well, can't take your eyes off. You smile, you have your coffee in your hand, and without thinking, you start walking over to that person. They take their eyes off you because they're nervous. They're like, holy shit, is this person coming up to talk to me right now? And you go up and you say something like, hey, my name is Jamal. It's nice to meet you. What's your name? And that's when the conversation starts. Now, of course, you can use any other line. You can say, hey, I love your eyes. Because that's also something you could say to people, because everybody with eyes wants to be complimented on that. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to compliment someone and say something good about somebody. So you start this conversation, and already in number one, you've already noticed this person, and they feel good just because somebody's talking to them and that they have gotten any interaction today. They went out of their way to go to this coffee shop and to be noticed, and you did that. And number two, you look confident as hell. You look like a stud going up to this person. As soon as you got in, like walking all proud and tall and happy and, confident, and they were, stunned by that. And so whatever bullshit power dynamic that you built before in your head where you thought, this person's more attractive than me, this person's higher value than me, is gone, is out the window. You have this upper hand that you've made up because you're so confident. And then you just let the conversation go. You start talking about whatever you want. Maybe it's chess, maybe it's whatever, maybe it's the book they're reading, anything. If the conversation fizzles out, it fizzles out. But at least you know that you'll be better knowing that you have this in your back pocket, that you could always go up and talk to somebody. You'll feel more confident in yourself and start doing things that are more confident and provide you with the results that you will, not only in social interactions, but in every aspect of life. This is just a small way. And also your future self is having a better night's sleep. Before, you would stay up all night thinking about the perfect thing to say to that person. But now you sleep like a baby because you know you did what you could. You started the conversation. And at the end of the day, this goes in two ways. One is it didn't work out. Maybe you weren't interested in what they wanted to do or what they were interested in, and you didn't want the conversation to go on. Maybe you didn't want to hang out with them any further. And that's good. Like I said, you're still building confidence. You're still becoming someone and becoming more comfortable becoming that person that you want to be, someone that can talk to attractive people, not someone that can talk to people and network with people. Or number two, everything can go just the way you planned it, just the way your heart wanted it to go. Maybe you fall in love, maybe you have kids, maybe you meet a successful business person that can take you under the way and teach you the ways, and also alternative as well. Both are great. It's a win-win situation at the end of the day. So if you've been in this situation and you're looking for some ways to boost your confidence, or maybe you just want to learn how to create the life that you've always wanted, click the link in the description down below and book a call with me. Right now, I don't have that many spots available. So, whatever gets filled up, gets filled up. But if you're interested in this, just book a quick call, 30 minutes, and let's talk about it and let's see what we can do together. Okay. So anyways, with that, always remember to rep the set, and good luck out there.